Last Minute Man coming to you from my woods. I'm out here with my dog, Liberty, the German Shepherd. And we're just hiking around today and just kind of exploring my property and having a good time. And I'm carrying around with me my new AR-15. And this was a Christmas gift. It was a collaboration between Mr. Obvious and my parents. And Mr. Obvious provided the lower and all the internals for it, and my parents bought me this nice upper. It's Aero Precision, and we'll get into some more reviews about this at a later date, but I'm just hiking around with it, you know, getting used to carrying it. And I typically have my LR308 with me, or my 44 mag lever gun, depends on what mood I'm in or what outfit I'm wearing. But today I'm testing out my new rifle and just carrying it around. And it brings back a lot of memories carrying one of these. You know, I was in the military and I had an M4, or was issued one overseas, and it served me very well. And it was reliable, you know, never had an issue out of it. And yeah, when I came back, I got rid of all my 223 stuff. You know, I guess it was a rash decision, but yeah, when I got back, I just didn't want to look at anything military anymore, and kind of how I was dealing with things anyway. And I got rid of all my AR stuff. I gave away thousands of rounds of ammo and all kinds of stuff, and went to 308 is what I went to as far as my go-to round. But I'm coming back around to this just as a backup. It's a good thing to have. And you know, this is an excellent rifle so far. I really appreciate it. And like I said, thanks to Mr. Obvious and my parents for getting this for me. That was very nice of them. So, but yeah, I was listening to the news over the last few days, and you know how that goes. Whenever you want a good pick-me-up, listen to the news. And wow, you know, we're getting kind of dystopian, I think. You know, comment below, let me know what you think. But yeah, we're getting into this time where in order to protect democracy and your right to elect and vote for who you want, we have to remove a candidate that certain people don't like off the ballot in certain states, because we got to defend democracy, you know. So we can't have you making the wrong choices, you know. Dumbest crap I've ever heard in my life. This is unbelievable, man. You know, fighting for this country. And when I joined the military, I was out of college, and I said, you know what, you know, 9/11 happened my senior year in high school, and I wanted to go right after high school into the military, and I didn't. You know, everybody was begging me not to go, that kind of stuff. And I went and got my degree, went into college, got that, got out, and I still said, I got to serve. You know, I want to serve my country. So I went in enlisted. I didn't go OCS or anything like that. I went as an enlisted soldier because that's what everyone in my family did. You know, my grandfather was enlisted, and going back all the way to the Civil War, my family was involved in every conflict that I'm aware of. You know, from the Civil Wars, as far back as I can verify, 100% that we were in. And they were all enlisted. And yes, I know. Go out and play. Go frolic. But yeah, she already got 2 squirrels. She got a hold of them. I had to yell at her. They were alive. They're fine. But she released them. But anyway, so I joined the military and believed I was defending freedom, right? Or helping the spread of freedom. And, you know, it's the same old song and dance. You know, we don't actually have a congressional declaration of war. We go into a conflict with no end game and stay in a quagmire forever, trying to spread democracy and freedom to a culture that doesn't want it. They don't want our brand, okay? And not to mention, and I'm sick and tired of hearing it called a democracy. People, we are not a democracy. We are a constitutional representative republic, okay? This is a republic. You vote for representatives that go and speak on your behalf. A true democracy, you vote on every issue, and that was seen as a problem if you read Plato's Republic, it was seen as a bad problem because only the wealthy and affluent were able to go vote. So there were a lot of people whose voices weren't heard. So you vote on a representative that goes and represents you. Okay. And that's how it works. It's a representative constitutional republic. Okay. And, you know, I was just listening to this woman up there that said, you know, Trump can't be on the ballot because, you know, insurrection. And I believe in the Constitution. The man was never indicted for that. He was never found guilty of anything of the sort. You know, we do have a day in court here in America, and, you know, you're not allowed to convict people before having a trial. You get a trial, you know, and that never happened, nor should it. If that was an insurrection, people, holy shit. I mean, come on, that is the dumbest, most whimpering insurrection that ever existed. Okay, that was so bogus. That was a riot. People were ignorant. They went in there and messed stuff up and acted a fool. And, you know, I'm not saying people shouldn't be convicted of crimes if crimes were committed, but an insurrection it was not. Okay, you know, no, you know who did actually perform an insurrection was the founders of this country. Okay, George Washington, John Hancock so famously wrote his name. You know, man, those guys had some balls, didn't they? You know, what do you think would have happened to all those guys? They'd have been tried for treason to the crown and hung by their necks till dead. That's what would have happened to them. And, you know, that was an insurrection. But they were on the right side of history, right? Isn't that the way we see it? You know, so, we're rapidly approaching, I think, dark times. And I'm not one of the, well, I guess I am in a way. I don't want to, have people think I'm making money off this or anything. Trust me, we do not have the following here. There's a few of you that really follow me and follow the Last Minute Man, you know, thing. And we have fun with it. This isn't something I do for money, clearly. You know, I don't wear designer jeans and stuff. Okay, people, I'm not a wealthy guy. I'm not making any money off this. I'm a lowly farmer out here in Kentucky. Okay. I just get by, you know, and I'm very happy with that. I'm a very, very happy person where I'm at, you know, but when I see my government that I actually fought for, okay, the ideals that I believed I was fighting for, when I'm seeing that just pissed on, oh, it pisses me off. And, you know, I don't think the American people are that ignorant. So I try not to get myself so wrapped around the axle about it. But you listen to the propaganda and the brainwashing. And for those of you who don't know, I'll go ahead and tell you what I did in the military. I was a 37 Foxtrot. And you can look that up. I was psychological operations. It's what I did. What I am currently seeing our media do, which it's illegal to perform psychological operation or a PSYOP on the American people, okay? That is illegal. Our military is not allowed to do it. YouTube might ban this. This will be up on Rumble. This might be a good time to say this. But I've got no problem in telling you guys what I did. And specifically, you know, I'm not telling you anything that's going to get me in trouble. Nothing secret or classified here. But it's obvious when you see a PSYOP happening, okay? I don't know if the CIA is involved with this, you know, and it's not tinfoil hat time. This is happening right in front of your face. When somebody can sit there with a blank stare and just look at you and say, yeah, there was an insurrection on January 6th. You've got to be brainwashed to believe that. You have got to be brainwashed or have nefarious intent. These people have nefarious intent. Okay, these are evil people that we are fighting. This is not, this is good versus evil, okay? These people are sick. They want to control you. They want to manipulate you. They want to take what you have. They want to completely demoralize you, okay, into not fighting, all right? During the pandemic, when you look at the way other countries handled it, and even here in the United States, we saw some states where some radical crap went down. Okay, so up in Canada, they're arresting a pastor for having service, okay, during the fake pandemic. Okay, and that's what it was. It was a farce. Okay, I'm not saying people didn't get sick and die. Of course they did. But it was nothing on the scale that they were pretending like it was. And I think that was very devious and nefarious. China was literally welding people's doors shut into their apartment complexes or condos that they live in, their state housing. They were welding the doors shut. Okay. You know why you can't do that in America? We've got these, and I happen to carry steel core penetrators. So I can get through that door if it's not a big, thick steel door, you know, relatively speaking. And I can stop somebody from violating my right of freedom of movement. Okay. You cannot get away with that in America. There's too many people that won't be shit on like that. And we won't be moved and manipulated. And I think this is the first time I've ever ranted in this way where I got this angry about it. But when I am literally seeing the subversion of the republic, I am seeing them taking a guy off the ballot because they don't like him. He scares them. He scares them because of the global agenda. And guys, it's right in front of your face. You know, Klaus Schwab, you know, George Soros, all these people, they're Nazis. That's what they are. You know, I mean, they can say they're not, but I think they're definitely nefarious. They're definitely up to no good. What they're doing is not to benefit the American people. Okay, it's not to benefit the world at all. You know what does benefit? Having open free markets, an open free society. Okay, if my product's better than your product, you're going to want to buy it from me. That's what I believe in. Let's get government out of everything that we can. Okay, and let's quit just laying down and letting them beat us over the head with lies. Okay, no, it's not okay to have a man that thinks he's a woman, wears lipstick and a skirt and has purple hair coming in and teaching your kids that they should have their genitalia cut off. That is a pedophile, and that dude needs to be put in prison. Where in society did we get to the point that that was okay? Well, you know, he's got a right to want to touch little boys. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. There's, you know, we're radical now. This country has become radical. And this was such a psyop that it's gone for so long. Okay, they infiltrated higher academia, they infiltrated the government, and now we've got commies running the show. We've got Marxist-Leninists running the show. Okay, people, it's time to take control of this ship. All right, and I'm non-violently, peacefully. Okay, vote. Get out and vote. Your local elections matter. They matter. Get out and vote in your local elections. Okay. Make sure your sheriff doesn't believe in a Marxist-Leninist ideal. Okay. If he does, vote that idiot out. That is somebody that's going to take your rights away from you. Okay. Or will enforce a law to take your rights away. You know, I'm not a Republican. Let me just go ahead and say that first and foremost. Okay. I am a constitutionalist. I believe in the Constitution, and if somebody's trying to take my rights away, they're not getting my vote. That's my personal feeling on it. You know, I am fired up over this, specifically, and she's kind of, this is my spirit animal here. She's taking care of me. She sees I'm mad. It's okay. But it's, we're living in crazy times. Okay. And I'm not saying I'm the most physically fit guy and all this, but I can get out and carry my rifle around, hike up and down mountainsides and stuff. You know, I can do a 5-mile hike and still be able to fight on the other side of that. You need to be able to do those things. Just kind of take care of yourself. And we're seeing a weak society. That's another thing. I went to the grocery store today. Okay, and I just sat out in the parking lot for a little bit because it was really crowded and just kind of gathering my thoughts and watching. And I saw maybe three physically capable men that could fight, that possibly could join the U.S. military. I saw 3, okay, the whole time I was there. Everyone I saw was not a little overweight, what I would call morbidly obese. And now this is Kentucky. Okay, and, you know, this might not be everywhere, but in my particular area, the vast majority of people I see are morbidly obese. to the point of needing help walking. Okay, these aren't old people. These aren't 70, 80-year-olds. These are 50-year-olds, okay, that need walkers because they're so fat. That's all on you, man. If you let yourself get like that, that is you. That is not a physical ailment that caused that. Okay? Get your house in order. And that's everybody. That's including me. You know, I'm not just pointing at other people. I'm saying me. I got to get in better shape. You know, I got to work on things better. I got to watch my diet. I've definitely put on quite a few pounds since I've even been doing it. You can go back through and I'm like, good God, man, I put on some weight. But a lot of it's a beard. But anyway, yeah, you've got to get yourself in shape. You've got to be sound mentally and physically, because this stuff is getting real bad. I mean, we're 2 hours to the midnight, folks. Okay. You know, I really believe that. I think we are, or 2 minutes to midnight. I'm sorry, not 2 hours, but we're very close to a real bad scenario, and you're seeing it all over. Now, that all could be the psyop and the propaganda pushing people, but I know a psyop when I see one, okay? And that's what's going on. Be aware of it. Be physically fit. Be mentally sound. I mean, relatively physically fit, folks. I'm not saying you got to be a marathon runner. I'll never be in the shape I was in when I was 28 years old, okay, running around in Afghanistan and stuff. I'm not going to be in that kind of shape again. I'm 40 now, okay? So some time has passed. And, you know, stuff like that happens. You get older, you know, and you know, get a little more sedentary. But snap out of that. Let's make this new year a year of health and mental soundness and security. Know where you're at and what your capabilities are and what you need to improve on. There's plenty of guys out there that go over all kinds of stuff on that. You don't need me telling you. I'm not, you know, there's some real prepper guys out there that know a lot more than I know probably. And I disagree with them sometimes, but their heart's in the right place, you know. But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying gloom and doom and fear, but it can be. It can be. If you don't get out and vote, people, that's it. I don't believe that we are that outnumbered. When I say we, I mean traditional Americans that believe in life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, whatever that is for you, okay? I can't believe that we're so outnumbered that we would let a fascist communist government, okay? And that's what it is. They parallel each other, okay? Hitler and Stalin were around at the same time, okay? They both did the same thing. They both try to wipe out an entire people. They were trying to kill the Jews, mass genocide, you know, rule with an iron fist. You know, Mao Zedong did the same thing. Pol Pot, just look at this crap. You know, Mussolini, all in the same century, man. The 20th century was a scary time, and the 21st century ain't kicking off to be a good one either. Okay, we've got some radical people that need to be put in check. And when I say put in check, I mean vote. Vote, keep these people in check, keep them in line. Make sure you're voting for people who are no politicians really honest, I don't think. I haven't seen any, you know. They all play their games, but do the best that you can do. Okay? Do the best that you can do. Vote vote with your heart and vote with your mind. Listen to what people say. Okay? But like I said, non-violently, okay, let your voice be heard, but always be prepared to defend yourself, okay? And that's a scary black rifle. Make sure you're always defending yourself. And with that, everybody, remember, keep your knives sharp, keep your powder dry.